Bon dia.
You haven't done the other one though yet.
I haven't done the other one.
No.
Welcome to today's episode of Tristan Take Video. This is a very last minute decision. Ben has got only a few days until he leaves for the Vuelta, and today we are out training. Today Ben's about to do a few efforts. I'm also going to do a few efforts and try and match, and we'll explain to you after we've done these efforts what we've been doing. Enjoy this. Are you starting from here?
Yeah.
Okay. Ostia. Alrighty, so just at the top of the first climb, Ben's done his effort. I hung on for about, I think I got 13 or 14 minutes out of that one. You did about 400 for 20 minutes, didn't you?
It was actually more like 390.
390. I did about 320 watts for my 20-minute effort, so a bit under. What we're doing today is 4 climbs, and we're going to do 4 different sets of efforts. Ben's been up at altitude the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to have a chat with Ben about what he's been doing in the last couple of weeks up at altitude and how that's going to benefit him for the Vuelta a España in a few days' time. We're just going to descend off this one. We'll talk to you more shortly during the next effort maybe, or maybe after. So Ben and I are just coming up our second climb of the day. We actually just descended off that last one, which was a climb called Cyclists, just across the Andorran border into Spain. Really nice climb, that one, about 7 Ks. And now our second climb is the climb of ours, which we're just coming up to the top of now. So you were just saying, you've been at altitude up at the top of Andorra, 2,400 meters, getting that sort of altitude gain, getting your body used to climbing a real high intensity with less oxygen, which is what altitude training is about. Just explain just a couple of the sessions you've been doing and why. So you were saying you're doing some like steep, flat, or some like over under stuff, because that's what racing is these days. It's like having to respond to attacks. Can you give me an example of a couple of the efforts that you might have done?
Yeah, I mean, I also did a lot of torque stuff because of my muscle to regain strength. So a lot of it would be like maybe let's say 5 to 8 minutes of big gear torque, followed by easy spinning. And this is always kind of zone 3, zone 4.
Okay. For you, how many watts is that, just so these guys know?
Like 350.
350 watts.
And then I would do 10 minutes or so at more or less like threshold. And that was at like mid to high altitude. Then I had days where I went lower, it was in the sun, and I tried to do like sub-threshold continuous, but always in the sun on hot climbs.
So it's heat and altitude
Yeah.
at the same time. Say when you say you're doing 10 minutes sub-threshold and those over-unders, is that in the same session, or that'd be like 2 different sessions?
No, 2 different sessions.
2 different days.
Sessions.
And then today, because you're leaving for the Vuelta in 2 days' time. Yeah. Today we're doing 4 climbs. You just did an effort just then. Ben was saying to me at the bottom of that one that he hasn't actually done any just sort of steady efforts. He's done a lot of over-under stuff, but that effort just then, that was more like just a steady, consistent climb.
Well, it's just race pace kind of climb. That's more or less just what today is, just to remind yourself what it's like. It's different to doing very specific like over-unders.
Okay, yeah. So just doing a hard 20-minute effort, say, and then another one and another
15, 18, 20, 10, whatever it is. Just ride hard and feel fast.
Yeah, cool.
Today.
And you did that last time, what were you saying, about 390 watts?
Yeah, more or less.
That's why I was suffering so much. All right, sweet. Done the second climb. Let's head off and we'll go and do a couple more, do some more efforts.
Yeah, let's go.
Alrighty, third climb coming up. Ooh, steep one. dropped again. Alrighty, so we're just on our third climb. I was feeling pretty good at the start of this ride, and moral of the story is, when you're feeling good, don't then go out with a Vuelta España cyclist for a ride, because he'll make you feel incredibly inadequate. Muy importante. Importantissimo. You brought that with you?
It's not supplements, it's literally an old thing that had supplements in it, but actually has high carb energy mix.
Oh, so you bring that, you had that in your back pocket the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, smart. How many grams of carbs in there?
80.
80 grams in that one little thing. Here I am drinking water like a 1990s cyclist. Tell me quickly, you've obviously done lots of training, your hips feeling pretty good. Have you looked at any specific stage to be like, you want to focus on that stage? Is there one stage of this race you're going to look at?
Not really. I think there's so many hilltop finishes in La Volta, hilltop and mountain, that it's pretty difficult just to aim on one.
Yeah, and I guess you're riding GC as well, so you're not really focused on one stage. It's sort of like you got to be consistent for the entire 21 stages. How are you feeling for Sierra Nevada? Because you've been down in Sierra Nevada, you trained down there, you know what's coming. That's like a 30-kilometer climb on that stage.
Yeah, it's super long. I think you'd have to be pretty bold to go early. It's really steep, the first part. First you have Monochill, which is a climb like 8Ks, but it's really hot and that would be really draining. But the bottom of the big Sierra Nevada climb is really, really, really steep. But the problem is that there's still like 15Ks to go after that point.
Yeah.
It's a long way to go solo, and depends on the wind. It can be really windy, and it can be the most dreadful headwind on top. So you actually have to be a little bit careful, or rocking taily. So
So anything goes.
Yeah, if it's a headwind, I'd be surprised if someone wants to play game early.
All right, so just consistency is the aim of the game.
Yeah.
Speaking of consistency, let's go and ride some more climbs consistently, and I'll blow up a few more times. Alrighty, so second last climb done. Ben's got one more effort to do, and our final climb of the day. Alright, so we've just come over the top of La Colmea. Ben's got one effort left to do up to Engelasters. This is quite a hard climb, quite steep. I'm definitely not going to keep up. What are you going to do on this one?
400 plus. I don't know.
Plus what?
I don't know how much it will be. Depends how I feel.
Okay.
Give it a squeeze, feel good, and once I feel good, then that's what I need to do.
Alrighty, effort's done. Right to the top, have a chat. Nice. Can I put it in my video?
Oh, okay.
I make a video of me taking a photo. There you go. All right, fan jobs out the way.
Yeah.
Tell me about your effort. What did you do? 8 minutes at
8 minutes are a lot.
A lot of watts. So feeling pretty good. You're only
Yeah.
a few days out, a week out. It's interesting because obviously the tour was your main focus for the year, and that's all shifted now.
Yeah.
And you're feeling pretty confident for the Vuelta? You've fully recovered, hips okay?
Oh yeah, everything's fine. Just Grand Tour is a Grand Tour. First things first, time trial, and then stage 2, then stage 3, and then stage 4. You just
One day
do
into
that.
the next.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Tour de France was a bit of an anticlimax at the end of it. But do you feel mentally refreshed and you're?
Yeah, not fatigued at all. Obviously, you're fresh because you didn't finish the tour in a way. You don't have that fatigue. You also don't have that kind of level of performance though sound at the same time. So a little bit of both. Hence why today was a bit of a ballbuster, a bit of a blowout to feel that again. So
Yeah, cool. Because you haven't done any racing, so it's this sort of thing where you need to get that race intensity back in, speed. And
exactly.
I'm definitely feeling it. I'm properly cooked. We're at the end of our last climb. That was Engelasters. If you want to see any of these rides, make sure to check it out on our Strava. There's links to both mine and Ben's down in the description. We're going to roll home now and we'll do a little outro there. Chat to you more soon.
See ya.
Sweet. Alrighty, just finished our ride. 98 Ks on the dot, about 3 hours and 40 minutes. If you want to see any of Ben's rides from the last few weeks while he's been training, so you can see exactly what he's done, including all his efforts, all his power numbers and all of that kind of thing, definitely check out Ben's Strava. Strava's a haven of information there. As I've said again a couple of times, Ben's about to go off to the Vuelta. Big deal, big news. This will be your third Vuelta? Second Vuelta.
Second Vuelta.
Last time you were a bit dusty, so hopefully this one goes a bit better.
Yeah, it didn't start so well. Was not in shape, so this will be. I'm already in a much better place than I was last time.
Yeah. Hoping for big things here. Thank you guys so much for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed that little insight. Make sure to give it a big
like and subscribe, please.
So we're just going to give Ben a big good luck for the Vuelta. If you want to give Ben a good luck, he might even read the comments of this YouTube video. So definitely whack some good luck comments down below. He's got 3 big weeks ahead of him, starting with a team time trial in about a week's time. Day 2, day 3, day 4, all the way to 21.
All the way to Madrid. Fingers crossed.
We'll see you on the other end. Cheers, guys. See you.